Hello, hello, and welcome back to Kill Gregory Volume 2. In Perfidious, Pete plays What Remains of Edith Finch. Yeah, Mr. Toad of Toad Hall. He's hardcore, man. Mr. Toad with his cold, dead, black eyes. He went all Quentin Tarantino on Gregory last episode because apparently it turns out that Mr. Toad is the baddest motherfucker in the whole of the Thames Valley. And Gregory made the fatal mistake of forgetting to bring along a syringe full of adrenaline for his date with Mrs. Toad, and her death has propelled Mr. Toad on a wild ride for vengeance. This little green bastard did everything last episode except slice off Gregory's ear and then go to work on him with a blowtorch and a pair of pliers. You mess with the Toad, I'm telling you, and nothing will save you from his wrath, not even being a helpless, well-meaning toddler with a hideous physical deformity. Toad does not give a single shit, and you will know that his name is the Toad when he lays his vengeance upon thee. Or, as an alternative hypothesis, could just be that Grandma Kay was kind of a really bad mom, and she left her infant son Gregory unattended in the tub, and he drowned as a result of her being a negligent parent, because she was way too busy looking over some divorce proceedings. Hey, does Edith have a bit of a belly working here? I just noticed this. It seems like I should have noticed the 22 weeks pregnant sometime previous, because she does have, she's got a little of a baby bump working there. Bit of a baby bulge. Speaking of bulges, baby-shaped, Gregory. Yep, still dead, and that Toad still fucking murdered him. Can I take this Toad out? I should try and avenge my ancestor. You can do it, Edith. Take out the Toad. Nope, he's gonna sit there staring at us with his cold, black, dead eyes. I know why your eyes are black, cold, and dead, Mr. Toad. It's because you're a fucking monster, and you're a soulless monster, Mr. Toad. I'd say I don't know how you sleep at night, but clearly you're soulless monster. You can probably sleep just fine. So, what's left in this room? Well, we still have to find out what horrific tragedy befell Gus. Considering there's a kite and some headphones here, I'm guessing surfed his way into traffic while listening to some sweet Duran Duran. I mean, it was 1982. Although I suppose he could have been listening to, like, maybe The Police or Toto. Something along those lines. What's with the giant needle? Oh, that's not a needle, it's a kite string. So he definitely died while flying his kite. The question is, ran off a cliff, ran into traffic. Really, these are the only two ways this works. Ran off a cliff or ran into traffic. My money is on traffic, but, I mean, he does have kind of a beach scene going here. So it's possible maybe he just runs headlong into a rogue wave, or being a Finch, maybe just runs headlong into a shark's waiting mouth out in the surf. I guess there's really only one way to find out. Let's just give it a whirl.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Which wedding?
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Okay, so, I mean, Gus was kind of a dickhead, clearly. But again, I have a strong feeling like this death is going to be the result of one of our ancestors being sort of an asshole and also kind of stupid. Can we reel in the kite? Nope, we can just steer it. Okay. Well, we captured all the letters and turned them into a sweet streamer. Hey, ooh, check it out. Oh, there's more dialogue over there, but I'm not having any of it. Meow. Oh, the kite won't crash? It will sort of crash. Alright, well, let's go chase the rest of the dialogue. Can we dive bomb the crowd? Meow. Suck it, party goer. Oh, fine. Pull the string in, though, so we can crash this into the party goers. Also, who's getting married, by the way? Is this maybe Dawn's wedding? No, because Dawn would have been... Well, I mean, it would almost have to be Dawn, since I think she was the only person who survived long enough to make it to a marriable age. Gregory died at 1. This kid died when he was 13, so that just sort of leaves Dawn, I guess. All right. Oh, the poem is written backwards. Very clever. Let's go grab the letters. I can't. Oh, they flip they flip over when I surf them.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Okay. Hey, Dawn. You know, I don't want to call out your art here, but for an adult who's married, this poem's real bad. Your brother is disappointed in you from beyond the grave. This is actually a pretty cool way to reveal the dialogue.
But though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I know.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So this is actually a poem by Child Dawn. All right. I was wrong to assume you were an idiot, and as an adult, we don't need a stepmom were the words I remembered. So, Kay left, Gregory died, these kids got a new mom who apparently didn't give a shit when Grandpa Sam took Dawn out to score her first kill and then got himself knocked off of a cliff. I wonder how long they were married before he got killed by the deer. Where's the next chunk of dialogue at? Anywhere? Hey, dialogue. You around? I'm good. We don't need a stepmom was the last I got. Did I get all of this? Seems like I got all of this. Where's the other dialogue? This is the one mechanic I've got. What else can I do with this kite? Can we crash it into Mom? Maybe we're supposed to crash the wedding? Nope. Tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I remember. Wait, hold on a second. What kind of guy marries a woman and asks her to be the new mother of his children before she's ever actually met the kids, right? That's like some real irresponsible parenting on the problem of our father. I think maybe Gus's rage here is a little bit justified, at least. Be like, oh, you're gonna make me live with some strange woman I've never met, Dad? It's kind of a dick move. I mean, I know you've been getting some dick moves in there, which is probably why you're souped up on marrying her, but this is not cool, Dad. What are we supposed to do here? We still can't reel in. We can't do anything with the kite other than fly it around. Where am I supposed to be flying it? I can crash it into the cliff. Are we killed by lightning while flying our kite? Is that what it is? I did just hear thunder. Oh, here we go. The next letters are in a thing. They were hidden. These are letters, not leaves.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus
Nope.
declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Give him the bird, Gus. Hell yeah, Dad. What do you think of that one? Jacking you the one finger salute, dog. I got no respect for authority. I'm a teenage bad man.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Man, this poem is really terrible, though. Okay, humans are supposed to be going inside the tent. Where's these geese you're talking about, though? I heard them, but I didn't see them. Yeah, we're definitely going to get electrocuted flying out in the rain. Oh, the humans just straight up disappeared. Got it. Okay. And then we get a wreck shit. Wreckage shop! Get him, Kite!
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Or that I was a freaking sorcerer with weird Jean Grey-style telekinetic powers, and that I've got an armada of furniture guided behind my kite. It's only a matter of time before Professor Xavier comes and puts the mental blocks on me. They're going to stop me from becoming a full-on Phoenix Force here.
Full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
See, I guess Grandpa Sam was always kind of an asshole. Let's wreck some more shit, please. Yeah, wreck all the shit. Oh! I ruined the tent with my telekinesis. This is like when Carrie went to the prom. Ha 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 ha! Who's laughing now, Dad? You have angered a fucking sorcerer.
I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
And lying dead, bloated on the beach, lightning struck. You know, you didn't even end with a rhyming couplet there, Mom.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
It seems like an actual terrible idea since Gus had a bitter end. Well, let's go find out how our mom died, I guess. She's next on the list. Gus, you were vastly less interesting than I thought. Here, I figured you would run into traffic, and it turns out you just got killed by lightning or hit. Honestly, I'm not really sure how you died. She said they found you on the beach dead. Was it a suicide, perhaps? Maybe you were so goth and emo you just decided to take your own life right there. Maybe you he strangled himself with a kite string. That's what he did. He wrapped it around his own neck and then let the kite strangle him. It was a protest song for his dad, ignoring him to marry some woman that they never introduced to his children. You know what, Gus? I'm giving you props. At least you died for a reason. You're the first Finch to not die due to their own stupidity. You, Gus, died in protest. You're like one of those monks during the Vietnam War that set themselves on fire to escape the cycle of reincarnation. Be like, I'm escaping this being of Finchness. Just wound a kite string around your neck and hung yourself with the airborne vehicle. It's actually a pretty cool death, by the way. And let's check out the what books we got in here. The General's General, Call of the Kite, Air Bazaar, The Astronaut, Goblins and Ghouls role-playing manual, of course. Everybody plays Goblins and Ghouls. Red Flag Warning? Red Flag Warning, The Book of Knots, Fortress, From Private to Parent. Yeah, see, it's very clear that Grandpa Sam was struggling here. All right, we can climb this, I'm going to assume. Yep.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Because her mother wouldn't let her move into another room in the house and forced her to live into a shrine to her dead siblings? What is wrong with the fucking Finches, man? They always making people live in the rooms where dead people are. Nope, sorry, you can't have your own room, Don, or we alternatively can't put away your dead brother's things. You're just doomed to relive their memory day in, day out, endlessly. Also, Edie, you're 22 weeks pregnant. Should you really be doing this? And get a blue backpack. Empty coat hangers. Hey, you know what? Mommy Dearest would be proud. There are no wire hangers up here. We have regular, straight wooden hangers. Good for you, Don. Way to avoid your stepmother's savage beatings by just adhering to the philosophy. Oh, she got all churchy after her brother died. And they're both saluting. Man, Grandpa Sam did a number on his children. And there's a picture of infant Gregory, his face splattered in what is no doubt the blood of one of his victims. After he just devoured a frog whole, that's what's left. It's just nothing but frog blood and roe smeared all over his... He was eating the babies of that frog. God, no wonder Mr. Toad was so furious. You ate his wife and unborn children. What's over here? Don and Sanjay. Ah, well, that's sort of adorable. What's the note say? Cottage application deadlines? College application deadlines. Got it. University of Delhi, Bombay. Okay, so mom went to college in India, apparently. What's this say? Orcas Island High School, Dawn Finch. She was a senior. Don't forget, visa application, background check, international, question mark? So mom clearly went to school in India because she converted to Buddhism? The Republic of India. Well, I don't want to, discourage anybody's domestic or rather international travel agenda or desire to not go to college domestically. I don't want to discourage anybody from broadening their horizons. Travel will help do that. But I got to say, as a young woman going to India to go to college, that's maybe a fairly questionable choice, man. You might get like a jar of acid just thrown in your face for no reason, and the local government there will be like, he's a woman. They won't care. India, whatever is, you gotta get your shit together, man. I don't want to fire shots at you, man, but you got a lot of real fucked up shit going on there. And you're populous enough now, and you've got the technological savvy. It's time you come over and join the rest of us here in the civilized world where just randomly throwing acid on someone is really not okay. This has been a public service announcement from the Perfidious Pete Council. Perfidious Pete reminds you, don't fucking throw acid at people. Constitution for Kids, Great American Poetry, The Little Soldier. Wait, that's a sex manual. I'm onto your shit, Dawn. The Little Soldier, that's a sex book. That's a euphemism for a penis if ever I've heard one. Want to play with the little soldier? Rub his helmet and make it nice and shiny. The little soldier will stand at attention for you. I mean, it writes itself. That's definitely a sex book. Red flag warning. Hunkered down. Okay, so basically all the same books we've seen. Well, it's nice to see that Dawn at least doesn't have a copy of The King in Yellow and the Necronomicon easily at hand. She has a fireman's pole! Well, I gotta ride this. 22 weeks pregnant or not, fun is fun. Yeah, it was pretty slick, actually. I gotta climb back up. But, you know, they say it's good to stay active as when you're pregnant. It, you know, helps encourage a healthy pregnancy and a strong fetus. Gotta get your workout in, Edith. Climbing this over and over. You know I'm doing it again, too, by the way. This cannot, the fireman's pole, this is not a one-time ordeal. We gotta do that again. Also, Dawn, I would like to point out, wouldn't you rather have had, like, at least a slightly more practical way to get in bed at night than climbing an actual rock wall? Also, where does this pole go? Okay, it stops at the ceiling. But this is a pretty impractical way to get up to your bed, though, right? I mean, what if you're real tired? Or as a high schooler, and I speak from some personal experience here, you really don't want to make it this difficult to get into bed when you come home drunk on like a Saturday night after being out at a road party out on, you know, old Highway 36. You don't want it to be this hard. When you fall down and break your leg, your parents are going to come in and be like, Edith, have you been drinking? You'll be like, no. It's going to make it much more difficult to lie when you fall down and bust your skull open.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met
Okay,
my dad.
just a summer.
Jay.
Got it. No? Okay, more than a summer? I appreciate your volunteer work, though. That's good.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Aha! So, she was probably killed in an acid attack then. All right.
Lewis was born a year later.
Oh, are we supposed to be, like, going to see how Mom died first, though? Wow, this looks not at all safe. Your fetus is begging you to go back inside, Edith, and I'm kind of on board with the fetus's agenda. Let's go back in here. That does not seem at all safe. Let's check out is this going to tell us how she died?
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, okay. So this is not actually... Every other book we've picked up has taken us into the life of one of our ancestors, but this one's going to cop out on us? Just give us a little backstory about Mom? That's disappointing. All right, I guess I'll go back out where it's not safe and put my unborn child at risk. Once again, the Finch family living up to old
When my
Pete's
dad
razor
died,
here.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
So she went up? Apparently
I'm
she
sure Edie's
decided
happy
to
have
just
her back.
live in a treehouse. Well then, okay. And these are my siblings. One for Edith. That's me. One for Milton and one for Lewis. Lewis worked in a cannery. Milton drew pictures and...
kids in the house again.
Yep. Even if, you know, ultimately it was only to see those kids in the house long enough to watch them die. Mint, thyme, sage, basil. This herb apparently is just called Milton and looks to be like some kind of creeping black mold or that weird black liquid from the X-Files that crawled inside your eyes and made you into an alien. Is this the top floor? Are we actually up
The
at
house
the top?
had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, just tacking rooms on top of rooms in like the most clear violation of any building code of all time. She had no problem piling on more rooms where they definitely didn't belong because she was a Finch and stupidity is the order of the day.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Yeah, clearly. Homeschooling your children on top of their weird Hogwarts-style manor. Almost normal. Yep. Reading is a hoot. Let's see what kind of stuff we were reading. Extra Lives. The Big Balloon. Wonder World. Great Code Kings, Volume 3. Kidding with what? Until Geography. All right, so 1, Geography, Mathematics, Biology. Some actual textbooks over here. So our whole education wasn't Cheat Code Kings, Volume 3. Dungeon Master's Guide. Yep. I mean, don't know about you guys, but I took Dungeon Mastering in high school. Took 2 semesters of Dungeon Mastering, actually. I got a C. Every time I tried to create my own monster, it was always too powerful. Wind up killing NPCs. Or wound up killing the PCs that didn't like it. Didn't get very good grades in Dungeon Mastering. Barbara, Molly, Gus, Vince. Oh, good. I actually put all of the names of my dead relatives on convenient flashcards so that I could remember how each one of them died. The other side of these flashcards all say their own profound stupidity. Gregory. How did Gregory die? Oh, his mother's profound stupidity. Gregory is the one flashcard that's different. Odin died, own profound stupidity. Sven died, own profound stupidity. Gus died, own profound stupidity and stubbornness. Although he did die hardcore. Molly died, own profound stupidity, and also potential serial killer. Maybe her parents put her out of her misery for the world's greater good. Sam died, own profound stupidity. Barbara died, own profound stupidity. Loose rules, though. Our family history, fact or fiction? Well, some of it's hard to separate from fiction because Molly's tale was a goddamn Dickensian nightmare.
But it didn't last.
Of course it didn't. She was a Finch, and her own profound stupidity probably spelled her doom. There's something on Odin Finch. Myth. See, the curse is a myth. What this side should just say is profound stupidity. It should not say history. It should say profound stupidity. The profound stupidity of Odin Finch tried to sail a house across the ocean. A profoundly stupid thing to do. The classifications of living things. Well, nice to see finches aren't on the list. To Teach and to Learn. 7 Ways to Create a Fulfilling Classroom. By Dawn Finch. She wrote her own book. Wow. All right. We got to give Mom credit on the homeschooling thing. She literally wrote the book on homeschooling. Okay. Also, how did Dad die? It's never said how Sanjay here bought the farm, so what's up with that? Orca Island Lutheran Church. Can we mess with Mom's laptop or anything? No? Any porn on here, Mom? I'm getting late in the stages of pregnancy here. I'm often, feeling exceptionally randy, as pregnant women are tending to do. Relief efforts end in disaster. Oh, is this how Sanjay died? Hundreds of relief volunteers are injured or dead after the effects of a second earthquake. Aha, so that's probably how that's definitely how Sanjay died then. Killed in a earthquake while trying to provide relief to the victims of something. The scientific method: observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. Well, I have observed the profound stupidity of the Finches. I have questioned the profound stupidity of the Finches. Have researched the history of the Finches. Formulated a hypothesis that the Finches are profoundly stupid. Experimental data tends to suggest that the reliving of my ancestors' lives does sort of support the fact. The data concludes they are pretty stupid. My conclusion? The Finch family is not cursed, merely victims of their own crushing idiocy. I mean, I suppose further data and experimentation are maybe warranted, but I mean, we've got the opportunity to do that. I guess we'll continue experimenting, test and experiment, test and experiment. That's the, repeatability is the foundation of good science, but I think we're going to do that next episode because this one seems like it's about done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see how Milton and Lewis, and ultimately I'm going to guess Edith herself, buy the farm, might consider subscribing as well. Spoiler, I'm guessing it's probably because they're profoundly stupid, but again, you know, that hypothesis is only true until we can disprove it. A good hypothesis is only as good as the amount of time it takes to falsify it. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.